Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. For today I was thinking we could be doing some, well, simple and easy cards and using watercolors and also an ink pen. This is a micron pen, but of course instead you can use any marker, black marker, white marker, some gold, whatever you like, whatever you choose. I also was thinking what we could do with some scrap watercolor paper, so I had an idea and I wanted to share it with you so that you know, if you do have a scrap paper and don't really know what to do with it, just to use it. That is the only piece, that small piece, the only piece I have, so I will be using this paper. I cut it out of a larger sheet and then glue it onto a card. And this is my sketch. I do like to make a sketch and think what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna draw later on with my ink. And the watercolors I will be using are the watercolors that I made myself, but you can just use, of course, any watercolors you have. For this, you don't need an artist grade watercolors. You can just use any watercolors you have, school grade, student grade, whatever. That is just perfectly fine. This is just for doing the cards, and the paper I will be using is cellulose watercolor paper, 100% cellulose watercolor paper, 300 GSM, or I think that's 140 pounds. And since this is just a single sheet, I will glue it onto my table. And this is just any washi tape. You can use any washi tape or masking tape, whatever you have available. That is fine to glue it onto your paper so that it doesn't warp. It will help with warping and just make it warp just a little bit less. And now I will divide it into 9 parts, and I'm not even sure how large this paper is. I think it's something like, it's, I guess, 30, you can see there is a ruler, 30 centimeters, that is around 12 inches, I think. And it is, I'm just looking right now, it is around 20 centimeters, and that is, I think, around 7-8 inches. So 7-8 inches or 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters or somewhere around 13 inches. And as I said, I'm dividing it into 9 parts because I do want to make 9 cards. You can, of course, make it larger or smaller, whatever you like. You can place maybe 2 onto 1 card or make a larger one. So, but I like it this way, and it will go in the middle of the card and it will look very pretty. I will also add some details on the card, but that is, well, we'll see that later on. And after I finished with that, I'm just going to, well, I'm not gonna actually pre-wet my paper because this time, and I'm not even gonna tape it in between because I don't want the borders to be perfect and exact. I will just paint it by hand and try to, well, make it, if you like it to make your borders done with watercolors even, well, you can tape it. And if not, if you want to make it looser as I do, just free-handed, it can be a little less or more perfect edge. And I will be using, all the watercolors will be, I guess, from somewhat same palette. They will be matching, but as I said, you can use just any watercolors you have. And first one, I made it a same gray, same wash, one even wash, and then added a little bit more to the paint just to make it slightly uneven. And right now I'm adding to that my rose mix, a little bit of darker brown, just to make it a different shade of that color. And you know, it just, as I said, you can basically use any watercolors you have. And I will also, when finished with that, do some texture on it. I will sprinkle some clean water. I will also sprinkle some paint. You can use basically anything you like. You can use maybe some palette knife or an old credit card to scrape it slightly and make some texture. You can use any plastic wrapping also to make a little bit of the texture. I'm not gonna do that. I want to make this simple as possible and keep it simple as possible, so I'm not looking for any particular textures today. But as I said, you can use salt, you can use alcohol, you can use whatever you like to achieve any texture you like. Do tell me if you want to see a video where I do this same process, cards, but doing it with a little bit more texture, with salt or maybe some alcohol or plastic wrap, as I said. Well, just do let me know. I can make a video of that sort, but as I said, this one I do want to make it as simple as possible and very, very easy for beginners. And right now I am sprinkling some water, but you have to sprinkle, of course, water while the paint is still wet. There is no purpose if you are sprinkling it on a dry watercolors, on a dry paint. It has to be slightly still wet. So I will now leave you to enjoy that painting process and adding that colors, but I will be back later on. Hey, so I'm back. This is now completely dry and we can move on to inking it, to adding some ink. And as I said, I will be using a micron pen. This is number 03 and you can absolutely use any marker or any pen you have, ink, whatever you have, that will be just fine. So I am using the earlier sketch I showed you for my reference, and you can also sketch or just draw whatever you like. I decided to draw some flowers, also some balloon, hot air balloon, some light bulbs, well, whatever. This is just perfect. If you have any occasion that you're making those cards for, well, you can just draw it on, well, to fit that occasion. But if not, if you're just looking to have some fun, to have a simpler project and to keep cards for any occasion later on that you will have and use it for, These are just, I think, perfect and fun for absolutely any occasion. So you can draw the same thing as I do, or maybe you have an idea and you're gonna draw whatever you like. Also, if you do have an Instagram account, I would love to see your version of these cards. So please, if you do, tag me, and I would love to see it and love to see how you use that idea, how you used your scrap paper, or maybe not, maybe sketchbook paper, whatever paper you have, what you like. And also keep in mind that this is not actually reserved for watercolors. You can also use gouache, you can use acrylics here, you can use watercolor pencils or any pencils, whatever you like to make your background, and then sketch with some pen or again whatever you like. This is just an idea on how to use this paper or to make some cards. And as I said, just do whatever you like. Whatever idea comes to your head, just to do it, use it. I hope you will be inspired by my idea and find your own. So that would be perfect. And do share it. Please do share it. And also do comment. Do you like this sort of videos? And as I said earlier, maybe you have an idea, you want to see how something can be done, and you're looking for some inspiration and ideas. So basically, I would just love to hear your thoughts. So when finished with this ink pen, I moved on to the next step, and that is cutting my paper into those 9 parts, which I will later on glue onto my card. And I did wanted to do something with them, and I thought they looked, well, too clean to me, so I decided to distress slightly the edge. And I used my just regular scissors for that. So I just went on the border with the scissors and also made some rips in the borders, in the cards. And as you can see, I've just cut it slightly with the scissors and then moved with my fingers. And at the end, well, this is how the finished product looks. A little bit distressed, a little bit ripped. And well, I thought, to me at least, it looked better. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I did want to add that maybe some agey look. And afterwards, I will glue this onto my card with this 2-sided glue. And also, they were looking, well, too clean to me, those cards, so I decided to add just a little border with that micron pen, also just little doodles on the border of my cards. Also, if that is your preference, you can add some text, right? Maybe happy birthday, anniversary, whatever you think this card is for, if you have the occasion right now. If not right now, maybe when you need it, you just add some text with congratulations. And again, I said that is what you can do and don't have to do it. Also, you can add maybe the border on the watercolor paper itself, or maybe just around that watercolor paper to add the second border. And with that, I'll be finishing off this video, and well, with this cute idea to how to use your scraps or watercolor paper. I hope you like it, and maybe we'll try it, use this idea. And if you do like it, please hit the like button, share it, comment. I would love to hear again your thoughts. And if you haven't still, please subscribe to my channel. That would really mean a lot to me. And if you want to go one step further, you can also join my channel. The way you can do that, just press the join button, listen to the offer, and if you do like it, you can then decide whether or not you want to join. And well, without further ado, I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!